Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is currently Friday, September 27th. I didn't go out to yard sales this morning. I'll probably go out to some tomorrow morning. I've got quite a few orders that I need to pack up today. And honestly, there weren't that many in my area, so I just decided to stay home. First off, I've kind of rearranged the eBay room a little bit. We'll do a little bit of a tour around that. But first off, we gotta address an issue. It's awfully dark in here. So, I bought a lamp. So now I can actually somewhat see what I'm doing. So that's pretty neat, and hopefully you guys can see me better. So actually, funny story about the lamp. I drove to Walmart to get the lamp. It was about $15, I think, and on the way I blew a tire, and then it ended up costing me $60 to get the tire replaced. So that lamp actually cost me like $70, so that's pretty dang neat. But anyway, let me show you around the eBay room real fast, and yeah, so let's do that. So first off on the floor, this is stuff I'm still messing with, Star Wars related. The board games are all complete. I just gotta photograph them. My phone is going crazy. Hey, I made a sale. We'll get to that in a little bit. Stuff I gotta mess with on the floor. That box is filled with Star Wars stuff. The board games are complete. I just gotta list them. Yeah. Bottom of this shelf is things that I will mess with later, board games that I need to count pieces to, stuff like that, stuff that I just don't have time to mess with. Got the pile of shoes. These things are also stuff that I need to mess with later. There's 2 crates there filled with video game cords, controllers, and whatnot. All this stuff is listed, except for these puzzles. I gotta list those puzzles. All this stuff is also unlisted. This is a box full of cords, some video games and stuff like that. Stuff that's easy to list, I just haven't had time to do. More video game stuff and some books back in that corner on the top there. Here we got remote controls and miscellaneous things. We got an empty shelf that I got to deal with to put stuff on. And then down on the bottom there, it's hard to see, but that's board games that I have listed. So, on this rolling shelf, this is a Honey Can Do shelf. I love it. It rolls out really easy across the carpet. It makes it easy to get to that shelf. Got some stuff from that $1,500 buy still sitting up here, some Dragon Ball Z, some video games. I'm going to try and keep video games in this whole area, so they're all somewhat together. Got the Star Wars soap bottles, all this stuff is listed. This is a Polaroid, etc., etc. And then down there are a bunch of video game consoles that I got to test, including like 3 Wiis, I think. 3 or 4 Wiis down there. So that's pretty neat. This black tote is my Star Wars stuff. It normally sits on the top of this new shelf, but I had to get it down because I sold some stuff. Miscellaneous electronics in this area, including a Betamax player that I still haven't messed with. You can go back and watch an old video where I tried to test it. It's pretty funny. Stuff that's not selling. So if you guys remember the background of my old videos, this only used to stand 3 high. And then these 2 top things were on the ground over here and had my clothing on it, but I've since just gotten rid of the clothing. The profit for the clothing was fine. I was making like $7 a shirt, which I'm okay with. I know some people aren't. I'm okay with making $7 a shirt. The problem is it was taking too long to sell. Now if I was making like $15, $20 a shirt, I would have gladly sat on them and sold 1 or 2 pieces of clothing a month. But for only making $14 a month, I needed that space. That space is very crucial to me. So I shipped the clothes off to Goodwill except for 1 jacket and a couple other pieces of clothing that I picked up at yard sales. Anyway, also I just woke up, so you get the messy hair. That's pretty neat. So yeah, and then this is another Honey Can Do shelf. Really sturdy. Again, rolls because I need to be able to get into this closet because, you know, I actually live here. Down here I've got all my packing supplies, got some boxes, some poly mailers. I finally bought some packing paper, got my tubes, some board game boxes there in between. That trifold is the background for my photo station. I've still got a bunch of inventory in the hallway that I've got to move back in here and put on the shelf that's unlisted. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Then we got the photo area that's kind of a mess. And then my desk, got my Rolo for life, my laptop. I use my TV as a second monitor. I also use it to test consoles and whatnot. I think got my little scale. I just bought a little food scale that only goes up to like 11 pounds because I know food scales are super accurate. And why spend $40 on a scale when this like $10 or $15 one will do? Plus, I very rarely ship a package that's over 11 pounds, so I don't really need much. And then got some miscellaneous knickknacks here. Got my little tray that has all my tools and stuff in it, my twisty ties, scissors, my camera, and then some other stuff like my hat that I really like. Got the old garage flip mug, a little postage scale, just some decoration to make it look better. And then my wall of price stickers and my letter, or my dad's letter that he got from Cincinnati Picker whenever he won the GoPro. So yeah. Real quick up here, this green tote is filled with bubble mailers. This blue tote is filled with some bubble wrap and some like bigger bubbles and stuff like that. Got the flat rate envelopes, and then these two boxes are my miscellaneous boxes that I get from like Walmart. Got some Atari stuff that I need to test. This box is filled with other tiny miscellaneous boxes. Got some cake pans that I regret buying, but that's a story for another day. And then the top box there is filled with packing peanuts. The Chewy box is filled with other boxes, and I just didn't want to break that one down. And that box is empty, so that was the really quick tour of the eBay room, circa September 2019. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to yard sales today. I'll probably go to some tomorrow, but I do have some orders that I need to pull, so let's pull some orders. Alright, first off, we have this Dyson head of a vacuum cleaner. I bought this at a yard sale for $5, and it sold for $35 plus shipping. Up next, this really turned out to be a really good buy. I'm officially out of Harry Potter plushies. I sold this Scabbers plush, brand new with tags, for $7.94 plus shipping. You guys will remember from a few videos ago that I picked up these Stephen King books. I sold the It one by itself for $35, I think. And then I listed all these for... Oh my goodness, they're heavy. Never mind. Hold on. That's not working. Ugh. Then I listed these for $24.94, and I got an offer of $17 and figured that was the way to go. So I sold these for $17 plus shipping. Alright, it's time to dig in the Star Wars stuff. Set these out, because I sold these, but that's not what I'm looking for right now. Where are they at? If I can get out of here. There we go. I sold this Topps Return of the Jedi box. I'll use my other hand here. But I sold just the box. The cards are listed separately if they did not sell. They get that free pack in there too, because it's just trash. But anyway, I can pick it up. I sold just the box for the Topps Return of the Jedi movie cards things, and it sold for $19.94 plus shipping. And then up next is actually the stuff that I already pulled out. I had a guy shoot me a message on eBay for these 3 table covers. I had them listed at $14.94 each, and he sent me an offer of $40 for all of them with free shipping, and I said, hey, I'll do the $45 that I'm asking, and I'll give you free shipping, as long as he's in the United States. And he said that was okay. So I updated the listing, and then another person swooped in and bought them out from under him. And it turns out that person was the same person that bought the birthday invites and was going to use them for an actual Empire Strikes Back birthday party that I mentioned in my last video. So I reached out to her again, and I said, hey, just wanted to let you know you bought the table covers off me off eBay, and I had mentioned the paper plates and said, hey, I've got these paper plates. I know you're looking for birthday party stuff. Would you be interested in those? I'm willing to work on the price. And I have 14 of these. They're just little 8-inch plates, have Chewbacca on them, and each pack has 8 plates in them. And I have 14 of them. And she said, yeah. She's like, how much would you want if I took all of them? And I had them let 15 a piece, which came out to $210, I think. And I told her I'd do them all for $10 a piece for $140 if she bought them all. And she agreed. So it turns out that guy sending me an offer and then him not getting it led to another $140 sale. So I sold 14 stacks of paper plates. I think there's 112 total, if I math right, for $140. And then she also bought these 3 tablecloth covers for $45 with free shipping. So her total order is $185 with free shipping. And I'm just going to pack it all in the same thing and use the eBay label to get them out of here. So really good deal there. It was a really good day for Star Wars stuff. The same day I sold those plates, I also sold, if I can get to them here, because I had to bury them, these 2 West End game packs. I had this one listed for $44.94, and I had this one listed at $64.94. And I shot a best offer of $40 to this as a eBay thing where you can just send your best offers. So I sent a $40 offer on this, and the guy messaged me back and asked me if I would do $95 for both of these, plus shipping to Canada, so global shipping program. And since I had offered him 40 on this one plus 65 was 105, so I met him in the middle at 100, and he took it. So I sold these for $50 a piece, and he paid for shipping when I originally had free shipping on both of them, but he offered to pay shipping to Canada, so that's pretty dang neat. So $100 there. I think in total I had like $340 in Star Wars sales of this week, and that's all pure profit because it was all paid for just from the Facebook group last time. So doing really good on Star Wars stuff. Speaking of Star Wars stuff, we're going back in. This time we're looking for a bowl. Doesn't matter. I know this tote's not the best way to go about doing this, but it's the best option I have to keep everything together. There it is. Come on. It's just a Deca brand plastic bowl with some really good graphics on it. Normally if you have a set of this stuff, it sells really well. But there's no chips or cracks and nothing really breaking the artwork. And that sold for $8.94 plus shipping. Alright, I sold a charger. Let me get into my charger box. I think this is it right here. Nook, yeah. I sold this Nook AC adapter. I picked it up for 50 cents at a yard sale. I love to buy chargers, especially if you can get them for like less than $1. They always seem to sell pretty well, but I sold this for $12.94 with free shipping. Woke up to another really good sale this morning. Right as soon as I woke up, my phone went off. I sold the Nightmare on Elm Street VHS set. It's going out through the global shipping program. It's all 7 movies in a box set, and it sold for $44.94 with free shipping. I paid $5 for it at a yard sale. Last but not least is the one that just sold while I was talking to you guys. We're going to the $1,500 buy again. And I sold this copy of Mega Man Legends disc only. One store was asking $30 for it. I sold it for $14.94 plus shipping, and like I said, it's just the disc, so nothing too crazy there. This is like a $30 game if you have the case with it on eBay anyway. So yeah, that's all my orders I got to pack up this morning. I think that's everything I got going on right now, so hopefully I will see you all in the morning, and we'll go hit up some yard sales.
Wow, the webcam looks a lot better when there's more light introduced into the picture. Anyway, I digress. It is now Tuesday night / Wednesday morning. It's taken me a couple days to get to this point to where I could record this part. I did go out to some yard sales on Saturday, and just here's a quick montage of the footage. yeah, it was a lot of walk up and then walk back. And then finally, whenever I found a couple of sales where I got some good items, my GoPro battery died and I forgot to grab my spare. So, yeah, I really dropped the ball on that one. But real quick, we'll go over whatever I picked up over this weekend before we get into the topic that is the title of this video. I finally bought a model and I paid $3 for this. It is a Batwing. And then whenever I open it up, it's brand new and never been opened. And plus it comes with this backdrop, so it's all in here, it's all complete. I paid $3 and I think I could sell it probably for around $20 to $25. Probably the best find of the day is something I normally wouldn't touch. I don't like dealing with glass or anything like that, but this snow globe was just way too cool to pass up. I'll kind of hold it up here. It's a Broadway snow globe. It's dated 2001. I don't know if you can see that there on top of the New Year's ball, but there's a whole bunch of musicals in there. I shouldn't have shook it up, but there's like The Music Man, Chicago, and then Annie Get Your Gun, Jekyll and Hyde, and then it's got like Lion King and Beauty and the Beast, Phantom of the Opera, Seussical the Musical, Jesus Christ Superstar, a whole bunch of really good advertisements. I paid $5 for it, and I think I would normally pass on something, but this is selling pretty consistently on eBay for around $60, so I figured at that profit margin, it is totally worth a shot, and it plays some music. Let us know, let us know, let us know. I should have wound this up. Now I gotta wait to keep recording. Paid $1 for this Bedazzler. It's brand new. The box is open, but everything inside is still brand new and sealed. This goes for about $15. I didn't comp this when I found it. I just kind of took a hunch on it because I got a couple video games. I paid $2 each. We got Gallop Racer 2001 for the PlayStation 2. It sells for around $10, and then the good game is Contra Shattered Soldier. This is about a $20 to $25 game. I paid $2 for it as well. And yeah, that's everything I picked up this weekend. Oh, I also got a Scrabble game. It's in my pile to like make a pile of letters out of. But yeah, not a whole lot going on. There was a lot of just junk, not a whole lot, which I'm okay with. I got some good quality stuff, and then I've still got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to list. So I'm okay with getting a small day, but it was frustrating to be out for about 3.5, 4 hours. And this is all I really picked up. So yeah. So on to the main topic of this video, even though it's really late into the video. Recently, if you don't know, I do this part-time. I have a full-time job designing newspapers, and I recently got a promotion. It was an opportunity I couldn't pass up. So what I was working with my before I got the promotion, I was working Monday through Friday, from 1 in the afternoon until 9 in the evening, except for on Fridays I was working from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., which was what the original shift was whenever I first started this job. So this promotion will be the third set of hours that I've worked this calendar year. And that schedule really worked for me as a reseller. I had my weekends, Saturdays, I could go yard sailing with no problem. On Fridays, I could still go to yard sales because I didn't have to go in until 3. So I could go to yard sales until 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then make my commute to work, which is about half an hour. But with this new shift, I now work Saturday to Wednesday from 4 in the evening until 1 in the morning. So Thursday and Fridays are my days off, and during the summer that'll be fine because on Fridays I can still go yard sailing, and then on Saturdays I can still go to yard sales and just be tired at work. That's really no big deal. But the big problem is coming home at like 1:30, getting home at somewhere between 1:30 and 2 really kind of takes away your motivation to want to keep working. The job that I do isn't like physically tasking. It is an office job. It's a desk job, and it does deal with a lot of deadlines and stuff. So it does kind of mentally drain you as the day goes on. So by the time I get home, I'm ready to check out and just not focus on anything. And when I was getting home at 9 o'clock, it wasn't as bad. I still feel like I have a chunk of the night to go, but I'm getting home at 1:30, going to bed somewhere between 4 and 5 in the morning. By the time I play with the dog a little bit and stuff like that, I just want to sit down and not do anything. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge to like force myself to keep going. I am getting up still pretty I say early, but going to bed at 4 and 5, getting up at noon is a pretty solid time. And so that gives me a little bit of time in the morning to maybe take some photos or pack up my items, which is definitely what I'm doing. I'm definitely packing up of a morning. But there are some pros to working these hours. So with the papers that I design, there is some downtime later in the evening. I'd say somewhere between that 10 and 1 o'clock range, especially on Saturday and Sundays. Between that 10 and 1 o'clock range, I'm going to have some downtime where I can take some stuff to work with me and take some photos, do some listing from work. I'm not going to get in trouble. Don't worry about that. If it ever became a problem, I would obviously stop. eBay is my side business and not my full-time job. So if it ever came down to it, my full-time job has to win. But I know I used to work Saturday before, and I know there's definitely quite a bit of downtime at the end of the night. So I definitely could take some stuff, do some listing, and yeah, so there are pros and cons to these hours. And then I kind of touched on it with the days off, the pros and cons of Thursdays and Fridays being my days. Thursdays, there are estate sales, though my luck with estate sales around this area has been horrible. I think I've only found like one or two things from estate sales that are worth picking up. A lot of it's overpriced, and I've never gone to the early rush. So it's definitely something that I'll have to try out. I'll probably have to hit up more thrift stores and stuff like that. But during the summer, I think it'll be okay. On Fridays and Saturdays, I can still go to yard sales, which is where I get most of my inventory. But what my plan was for the winter months was to go to more auctions, because I've done a lot of auctions and I feel comfortable at auctions. And now that I kind of approach eBay a different way than I did when I was in high school, I feel like I can be even more successful from auctions. Because whenever I was going to auctions when I was in high school, I was buying stuff that I knew I could sell with a 7-day auction listing and then get it out so I could buy more stuff with my dad. But now that I'm sitting on more stuff, I have space to store stuff, and I'm doing buy it now, I can approach and I can buy more things because I don't have to worry about sitting on it. I have some space that I can actually sit on some stuff. But Saturday and Sundays are when the good auctions are, and I have to work on those days. And most auctions around here, some start at like 9:30 in the morning, and if they do that, then I can go no problem. But a lot of them start in that 11 to 1 range, and I have to leave from my apartment to get to my job at about 3:30. And depending on where the auction's located, I would have to leave, get to the apartment, make sure I have my lunch packed and all that other stuff, and then go. If it's 30 minutes in the opposite direction of where I work, so I have to drive 30 minutes to my apartment, 30 minutes to work, I have to leave early, and I don't trust, absentee bids. I've seen a lot of auctioneers just bid for no reason to get the absentee bid up, which I guess is whatever. I mean, it's definitely fishy, but it's uncontrollable. So yeah, it's kind of put a bump in my plans. If the auctions start early, I can definitely do it, and I still can go, but I'm gonna feel bad if I get to an auction at 11, and then let's say I have to leave that auction at 1:30 in order to be able to get to where I can get to my apartment and then get to work on time. Well, that's 2.5 hours that before they get to my item. If they don't get to my item in that point, I just kind of wasted an afternoon. Or because generally whenever I go to auctions, there's enough stuff that I want. Like there's some stuff that I've got my eyes on that I really want to leave with, and then I find more stuff while I'm there waiting on it. So yeah, I'll obviously hit up more estate sales. If there's yard sales going on still, I will, but I know it's the tail end of yard sale season. So that's kind of what I'm worried about the most, is sourcing more items with the hours that I have. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm completely missing something. Of course, I'm scrolling through Facebook all the time, but a lot of the Facebook stuff up here has been overpriced, or you've just got to be on it at the right time. That's how it's been with my Facebook buys. With the Game Boy Advance games, I just happened to open Facebook at the right time to find that and get it in time. With the $1,500 deal, I think I was the only person that offered him to buy it all at once. But he said he had a bunch of people reaching out about just wanting to buy certain parts. So I kind of got lucky there. But yeah, so I feel like sourcing items is going to be my biggest problem. I think I'll be able to find the time to do it. I think it's going to take a while for me to adjust to these new hours, coming home and really putting the work in, starting at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and only doing like an hour or so of work before I have to go to bed. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Maybe it's not going to be that big of a deal, but it's definitely something that I'm thinking about. But like I said, it was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up, and it's a full-time job for a reason, and eBay is part-time on the side for a reason. So who knows? Maybe it'll be fine, but this is a YouTube channel to document my reselling ventures, and this is definitely kind of a turning point. Like it says, it definitely throws a wrench into the situation, so who knows? But yeah, so this video is kind of going on a little long. I'm sorry there wasn't a lot of yard sale footage. Like I said, there just wasn't much out there this week. And then the GoPro battery died whenever I found everything. So, well, I had bought the Bedazzler, I think I have on camera, maybe. But the rest of it, the GoPro was dead. So thank you for bearing with me on that. Hopefully the lighting is making a huge difference. I can tell it's making a huge difference watching myself in the viewfinder here on my laptop, and I've already edited part of the video, and I can definitely tell. So really glad I bought that lamp. Not happy it cost me $70, but anywho, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you click that like button. It really helps out the channel, and subscribe down below so you know whenever I upload a new video. Also, with this new job, I don't know when my uploads are going to be. I was kind of uploading on that Sunday, Monday area, and this week I kind of got a little bit behind, but I don't know if I'll still try and upload on Sunday, Monday, or if it might move to the Thursday, Friday when I'm off, when I have a little bit more time to edit. So who knows? We'll see what happens. I still want to try and get up one video a week, though. That's the schedule that I've enjoyed, and I think it works out well best for me. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one.